My name is Brad Wall. We've been here since 2014. Thinking of a time is probably more challenging for me, but when I think of like a period or something that makes me fearful, it's fearful of the wrong choices. And I don't mean not like, are we going to go out to eat or we're not going to go out to eat, or that kind of thing. I mean more like I'm putting my focus's energy into one thing, and that's not the right thing. And so, that manifests itself in a lot of different ways at different times. But I think that's the reason I chose that, is because that's the one thing that I don't think about that much. And so a lot of that is because of the love and joy and peace and hope for Advent. Scrambling, hectic, chaotic, unsure, disorganized. I probably recognize it most with family. It's, maybe I didn't say the right thing in that moment, or maybe I didn't handle that correctly, but you don't really have time to second guess yourself, so you just keep moving. And it's only after the fact that you sit down and you think, man, did I do that right, or did I not do that right? And is that going to screw somebody up, or how is that going to play out? Because I know it's not just me making the decision. I'm hopeful at this point that no matter what happens in the decisions that are made, it's sort of beauty out of ashes sometimes, and you don't know that until after the fact. My prayer for the kids every night is, help them to know that mom and daddy love them, but even more that God loves them and that He wants so much for their lives. And so when I think of it in those terms, it sort of takes the question out of it. And when you think of the things that you don't have to think about, right? Like that's the heart of this, is what do you not think about because of that love? It's when you look back and you see it all play out, right? And so I go back to, Granddaddy was this is a little bit off topic, but Granddaddy was he was a green thumb. Like he could stick a plant upside down and it would grow, kind of thing. And it wasn't until after he died that Grandma said, "Oh, isn't it so beautiful out here?" Right? And so it was just that acknowledgement that, what, things are okay. It reminds me that God's always reaching, that God's always trying. When you think of innocence and purity and holiness, it's in that form of a child, right? Who, when they've ever held a child for the first time, doesn't matter whose it is, have not just been overwhelmed with the beauty that's in the world, right? The possibility that's in the world. And how that is embodied in this little being that it just needs somebody to love it, right? It just wants to show its love, and it needs somebody to love. So when I think of Christmas, that's what I think of. It's not God trying with a flood. It's not God trying to get our attention with the fire and brimstone. It's God trying to get our attention one last time to say, all right, at its most basic, here it is, folks.